Have you had a situation where you bought stuff and later realized you don't need them? Have you had the experience where you received money, you got money and you wanted to use it for a particular purpose? Why anytime you receive money, you seem to be under pressure to spend it? The word money comes from the Latin word munere, which means to earn. Comrades, it's always refreshing to welcome you to another exciting episode of Money Talk. If you haven't subscribed yet, I will implore you to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to strike the notification bell to get notifications of all new uploads. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your patronage. In this video, I want to share a very simple message with you. A message that will help all of us identify one of the key mistakes we make in managing our finances. Unfortunately, that mistake is not known to most of us because of its subtle nature. Are you in control of your finances? Or you think you are in control of your finances? How often do you engage in impulse buying? Have you had a situation where you bought stuff and later realized you don't need them? Have you had the experience where you received money, you got money and you wanted to use it for a particular purpose, but you ended up using the money for a purpose other than what you had in mind? If you have had these experiences on multiple occasions, then I dare say you are not in full control of your finances. Somewhere last year, my car developed faults. I took it to my mechanic, he fixed it, I came back, but after a while, I realized that the problem resurfaced. I went back again, he did the repairs, I came, after 3 days or more, the problem still persisted. So I took a decision to change the car. And as part of financing the purchase of the new car, I sought assistance from my employer and topped it up with proceeds from the sale of the old car. I got quite a substantial amount of money, so I fixed a date with my mechanic. And then we went to Accra to get a new one. We did our own search, our own rounds, and we found one that was in good condition. After he had performed his own checks on the car, he advised that we make payments. We effected payments, and then an interesting thing happened. I got an excess of the money I went with. But instead of coming home and planning to use the excess appropriately, all of a sudden I got excited and I wanted to spec the car. I told the mechanic that we should go to Abusokan, which is an enclave in Accra where spare parts of cars are sold. We went and I bought a couple of decorative items for the car. But when we came back, I reflected on the essence of the things I had bought. And then I realized that some of them were not needed at that particular point in time. It dawned on me that I should rather have used that money to improve upon the efficiency of the car and not to spec it. But hey, it was too late. I had already spent the money. That set me thinking. But prior to this particular experience, I've had several of such experiences where I received money and I ended up spending some on things that I really didn't need. I engaged in impulse buying on certain occasions. I decided to find out why anytime you receive money, you seem to be under pressure to spend it. And then guess what I found? I realized that in almost all of such situations, I had become a follower of money. Money was leading me and dictating the pace of my expenditure. So I dig further, I researched further, and I came to find that the word money comes from the Latin word munere, which means to earn. The word current, from which we get currency, comes from the Latin word currere, which means to flow or to run. Combining these two words makes me understand that before money comes to you, before money hits your pockets, before money comes into your coffers, it issues a stern warning that it is always in the flow, it is always on the run. And so if it comes to meet you unprepared, it will come with its own budget, its own plan, and force you to spend it in a particular direction. What is the solution? Your guess is as good as mine. we need to have a plan, a budget for every anticipated income. That way, we will take the lead ahead of money, so that before money comes, we already know exactly what we want to use it for. Often the mistake we make is that we have mental plans as to how we want to use our money, but that is not enough, because you cannot remember everything you want to use the money for. So when money comes in full force with its own plans and budget, it will overrun most of the things that you have in mind, and you end up buying things that are not needed. As individuals who want to reign in our finances, we need to break the leadership of money. And how do we do it? Have the discipline to have a budget, have a plan for every income that you expect. Your salary, your profit from your business, from returns from your investments. All these are anticipated incomes for which we need to budget, so that we can, take the lead of money and dictate how we want to use our money. Let us take a cue from what corporate institutions do. No financially sound corporate institution will not budget for their expenditure. At the beginning of every year, they budget for every single income they expect. And that is how come they are able to manage their finances well and to shore up their bottom lines. Let us take a cue from it. Let us be disciplined enough to sit, plan, and budget for every money that we expect. Once we do that, we will reign supreme in our finances, and money will always follow us and not dictate how we should use it. I guess we have learned something valuable from this video. Let us practicalize this insight to see palpable results. I will see you again in my next video.